Well, I think you've confirmed for the people that I represent that there's a three-ring circus going on in EPA, and it's quite embarrassing. I hope not too many people are, who are on depressant medications are watching the hearing, because this could get you awfully depressed. You've got people who don't work and get paid for it. You've got people who have broken laws and stay on the payroll and get paid. How much, who knows, Mr. Sullivan, Mr. Williams, somebody, how much does a GS-14 employee make? Isn't that fairly high? Mr. Williams, what's the range?
I believe it's around $120,000, $125,000.
$125,000.
I believe that's the range.
That's the unnamed GS-14 employee who's sitting there for, it says 2010. When did we discover that he's, when did we discover he's looking at the porno?
I believe the information came to us within the last 6 months. Last 6 months, and we acquired that information.
So this guy's making $120,000, spending 2 to 6 hours a day looking at porno. Then this information I have is he received performance awards during the time period?
He possibly did, yes, sir.
Well, he did or he didn't.
I'm not sure. I have to review.
There's a guy back there with a tie on, stripes, and he's nodding his head yes.
I can answer that, Mr. Mica. Yes, he did receive performance awards.
I mean, it's just unbelievable. And Mr. Cummings, I mean, we talked about some of this stuff. Then you've got, I had no idea you had 10 people in an Office of Homeland Security. You've got EPA leadership obstructing the Inspector General and some of their activities. It sounds like it's completely out of control. We set up, and we really need to sit down and talk in a bipartisan manner about getting civil service under control. I chaired it for 4 years. To date, I haven't seen, I can probably count all the people on 2 hands I've seen fired, but something needs to be changed. When people are breaking the law, when you have this GSA-14 sitting there abusing his position, his salary, ripping off the taxpayers. Somebody told me he's still on the payroll. Is he on the payroll, Mr.
Yes,
Warren?
he is.
This is so offensive. It's unbelievable. But we need some way to fire these folks, and your hands are tied right now. Mr. Williams says, you know, we set up civil service to protect them against, you know, political intervention or improper dealing with federal employees. Try to give them some job security, not make it a political circus. But they've made it a merry-go-round for ripping off the taxpayers, and we can't get rid of them. Is that right?
Yes, sir. To take administrative action is a responsibility of the agency solely. The IG can just gather the facts and then provide that information to the agency.
In this Office of Homeland Security, within the agency, how many other agencies, does anyone know, have a similar setup?
Sir, most cabinet-level agencies have similar. They're not called the same Office of Homeland Security, but there's something similar that does an intelligence function.
I can't say they don't belong in every one, but it seems like from a standpoint of better operations, some of these things could be handled within the existing structure, and some can be investigated from your standpoint, right, Mr. Sullivan?
Yes, sir.
At far less cost, less bureaucracy, and less turmoil. And I mean, look at the non-disclosure agreements and this whole three-ring circus we've had here described today of agencies trying to function and in countervention of themselves. Did you tell us, too, that they have never found an instance in which there was some security issue?
What I said, Mr. Mica, was that the Office of Homeland Security, I've been the Assistant Inspector General for 3 years. They have never given us one piece of information concerning a threat. At no time ever did they do that. And Mr. Perciasepe is correct. I did meet with his Deputy Chief of Staff, and I was told they're going to try to work out the threat information part, but it never happened.
And I'll bet you most of the folks that work, those 10 people, are all in the GS-14 range, making more than $100,000. I'd probably be
The gentleman's time has expired, but you can answer if you know their ratings.
I do not know. I know that there were 2 SESers. There was some GS-15, some GS-14s, and some lower-ranked people.
And SESers, senior executive service, would be over $200,000.
They're way up there.
Thank you.